Hey YouTube, Gamer Hushu here. Uh, Back to new, actually gaming video. I know I do quite a bit of politics stuff, but like I care a lot about, I don't know. I guess I just kind of get politics a little bit more than some people. It makes me kind of want to talk about it because I get pretty opinionated. So I'm still flipping out a little, not flipping out, but I'm still a little riled up about the whole Covington Catholic issue, but that's beside the point. Whatever. Today I wanted to talk about Persona 4 because I'm getting towards the end of the game. The story's coming to a head, and it's been a long time since I've been affected by a game's story so much. The strength in Persona 4, and similarly, one of the big strengths of Persona 3 is really the characters. I may get some angry comments, but honestly, the overarching story of Persona 3 and Persona 4 are both kind of crappy. Well, not crappy, they're very basic. And that's okay. Because ultimately, what they do is there's a very basic overarching story, but then they make it enjoyable as you go through like this hero's journey step by step with these characters. Persona 4, you start out, you're whatever you name the protagonist. I named mine Kakashi Nobunaga, one after Kakashi and Naruto. I don't know, I was like, I gotta do a Japanese name of some sort of East Asian name. I was like, Kakashi's a great name. And then Oda Nobunaga was a very famous Japanese general. I forget exactly what it was, but he like conquered all of Japan into one state for a while during their like warring states period. But anyway, beside the point, so I named my guy Kakashi. So you start out and you're like, come to this small town of Inaba, and they use this small town to stage, just like Persona 3. Everything is very focused in to just a few little areas. Of course, the core area being the house of I suppose his last name's Dojima. You go and live with your uncle and your young female cousin. She's a little girl. She's like 7 or something. Nanako. And so throughout the story, all these other things are happening, but you're interacting with your uncle and Nanako. And Nanako is the great, she's a fun little character. It's fun. You just have this little 7-year-old, and you sit down to watch the news, and she's like, what's going on? And you like have to explain that there's a serial murderer, there's a serial killer out and about, but don't worry, you'll be fine. And you do this for like literally like 50 every night for like 50 hours of the game. And then she gets captured. Holy spoilers, I guess. Sorry, maybe I should spoiler tag that a little bit, but spoilers, she gets captured, and I was playing last night, she almost dies. Like, she goes brain dead in the hospital, or goes into cardiac arrest or whatever, and it's like, oh no, she's dead, and the killer's 3 rooms down. So Dojima runs and is like, and you think he's like gonna go kill him, and it's this very powerful set of moments where Dojima doesn't do anything, but then your team, who all throughout the game, you and your group of friends have been rescuing people from this murderer, hoping, further spoilers, it's seeming he's not actually the murderer, or the guy you've got has been kidnapping people, but he hasn't actually done anything to kill somebody. to try to kill somebody. It's beside the point. And I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been affected by a game this much. And I was just like, holy crow. Yosuke, he's kind of like your second in command. He's your best friend, essentially, at this point. He's like, I'm going to kill this man. I want him to die. And you have... I don't know exactly what would happen if you went along with him, but I had to talk him down and be like, there's too much we don't know. We have no proof this guy did anything besides, the 3 things you definitely saw him do in the last few hours of the game. And I was just sitting there heartbroken, like, he freaking killed the 7-year-old. And I don't know, if I hadn't spent 50 hours every night, you walk by and you walk into the house every evening and she's like, welcome back. And then she's just not there. So she goes to the hospital and you play out a couple of days, and then you go to the hospital and she's dying. But during those days, she's not there. You're completely alone in the house. Because not only is she in the hospital, but her father, Dojima, is also in the hospital, nursing some broken ribs from when he chased the guy down in his car. There was like a car chase, and Dojima crashed into him, broke a bunch of ribs and stuff, but managed to stop the guy from getting away. Because I forgot to say, Dojima's like head detective in the town. I don't think he's not actually the chief of police, but he pretty much kind of is a little bit. He's like the number 2 guy in the town. Anyway, that's kind of beside the point. Luckily, I mean, if you've gone through this, because sometimes I ignore spoiler warnings, and I'm like, oh, I just wanted to know. Nanako doesn't actually die. You come back after that scene where Yosuke and some of the others want to kill this murderer, Namatame, the kidnapper, and Nanako is back. They managed to revive her, and she's probably not going to die. It was the biggest relief. I was like, okay, I can go to bed tonight. I can go to bed now, because she's not actually dead. I don't know. I was just like, whew! Glad we dodged that bullet. I don't know. I'm really loving it, and I hear from a lot of people Persona 5 is even better, so I'm so excited for that. But probably get another night or 2 of playing. I don't know what's coming up, but probably just like the final dungeon and final boss, because we're getting, it's end game stuff. The game's supposed to end by like Christmas on the game's calendar, like December 5th or something. Anyway, I got a little worked up last night, and I was like, what? But Nanako's okay. The 7-year-old is fine. Everyone's fine, I think. Except Nanako's still in the ICU, essentially. So that's fun. But I don't think they'd fake me out on the death and then have her actually die. Because that would suck. I would scream. I might scream. But anyway, that's about it. Let me know a game that you've played recently, or one of your most vivid memories of just a game that really impacted you. I think the last game that really impacted me like this was some of the ending parts of Persona 3. Not the final boss, though. The final boss can eat my shorts. Anyway, Gamer Who's Shoe out.